Greetings, y'all. Slime Green Beats in the building. Today we're going to talk about the legend of the Soundgoodizer and FL Studio 21. And I say the legend of the Soundgoodizer because I think Soundgoodizer is arguably the most popular mixing plugin in FL Studio. And I believe that's because it has a very easy entry point and it has very good presets. So it's a very simple tool to use. So anybody can use it and have an effect with it. You'll see how simple it is. So basically select Soundgoodizer. It has 4 different presets here, A, B, C, and D. Just click on these and it has a different effect. So like just by going through these, you'll probably be like, okay, one of these fits better than the others. And there's a lot going on here, which I'll explain in detail, but basically like some of these separate the sounds more, some of these have more of an effect on the low and high, some of these have different levels of like compression and saturation. In a nutshell, like these have a different effect, but all these effects are really nice. I would say like there's actually a lot going on here. You see powered by Maximus, so we're gonna explore that in a second, but this is the mix knob here. Hold on a second. Too much. I would say like in general, there's gonna be one that sounds better, and again, from that point, then you can like really tweak it, take it a step further. This is the mix knob. So this is kind of like how much effect Soundgoodizer has on the beat. I'm always kind of like, if you're unsure, you know, of how much to have on here, maybe start with like a lower amount. I think this is a cool effect because like it just gives it like a little subtle boost. This is kind of like how much influence the plugin has on your beat. Like there's already a sound transmitting through the master track, like all of what you did on these individual mixer tracks, and also like what's above the Soundgoodizer here, right? And then boom, like now it has like this little effect here. As we turn it up just a little bit, but if we turn it all the way down, this is basically like it has no effect on the beat. It's basically like it's off. Mixing knob. Okay, so Soundgoodizer is in Maximus, if you did not know. So let's just turn Soundgoodizer off here. Let's go to Maximus. Okay, so Maximus is an amazing tool, amazing free tool in FL Studio. And it has the Soundgoodizer presets on it. You'll see A, Soundgoodizer presets, A, B, C, and D. And you'll see like of these presets, you can see like the difference between each preset. You select the low, mid, high. And if you're not too familiar with Maximus, I'm gonna make more Maximus videos as I'm like really diving deep into Maximus right now. But basically like, yeah, with each preset, you'll see like kind of like different results. I would almost say like wildly different results. Some of these has more saturation, threshold for saturation. Some of these separate the sound more. You see like A pushes the low end in the middle, like mono. It's the same as this knob here, stereo separation. Makes the mid wider. Cool. So these 3 do different things, or 4, sorry. And a really important thing to note is the LMH mix knob. So this is the same knob as this giant knob here. This is a giant knob here. And the biggest difference, I think, between Soundgoodizer and Maximus is actually that, like, by default, the mixing knob on Soundgoodizer is not all the way up. It looks to be around, like, 60 to 65% here. Whereas in Maximus, by default, it's just, like, all the way up, boy. So that's something to note. So it's not exactly the same. Like if I choose A here, it's not going to be the exact same as A here because of the mix knob. So I would have to adjust the mix knob. I think it's a similar situation. I love the mix knob. I love turning it low. mastering gets cool, man. Mastering gets cool. But like, so if I'm listening to this, I'm like, okay. To me, like the mid sounds really high on this, so okay. Maybe turn down the post knob a little bit. Make it nice. This one, again, I'll probably turn down the mix knob in general. So you just kind of like, you can do this and then you can make the adjustments and just play around with it. Like, it just depends on like what your beat sounds like. Maybe like your low end is too much now. This actually sounds alright. Let's take a look at the bands. So that's something to notice too, like visually. Okay, so the mix for the mid is like all the way turned up. So I can listen to this and be like, does it sound a lot? All right, maybe. That's something to notice. Maybe the highs are too much. This beat doesn't have like, mostly the hi-hats and snare, like kind of taking care of that area. You can kind of get like right at the perfect area. Obviously, you're gonna want to do this on speakers too. But yeah, I mean, you just kind of like adjust the items here based on like what you're hearing. I like A simply based on the fact that it separates the sounds. B separates as well, not as much, but does separate, which is cool. C does too. Okay, D does not. So D does not separate the sounds, which is something to note. So if you haven't separated the sounds much, then maybe D is not the best option, or separate it yourself. Maybe separate. Oh, actually, the low on D, this is D, right? So on D, let's see, the high is off, so the effect on the high is off. So this is only like mid. So this is like a mid, like it's a mid preset, bro. A, I feel like it's like a typical one. B, a bit more focus on the high. Anyways, that's Soundgoodizer. Again, note the mix knob. I think that's critical if you're gonna dive into then Maximus, and I think also the mix knob on Soundgoodizer is critical. A lot of different ideas of what you can and can't do. Like, do you want it all the way up? Do you just want the default? Or do you want to turn down? I as a personal fave, I do like turning it down, kind of hearing that effect. But yeah, you can also have both of these on at the same time. That can create like a really neat effect. Might over compress it, but if both of these mix knobs are down, so you can be kind of like very, very creative with this. So mastering can be cool and fun. Again, I'm going to really investigate Maximus for you guys. And I'm investigating Maximus on a personal level. And just kind of like, the key is to just kind of like, okay, understand what you're hearing. And then make the adjustments in Maximus. And then also utilize Maximus to create like the perfect sound out of everything that you've already done in the beat. And that's like mastering. So that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm sharing with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Before we go, make sure you check out the Slime Green Beats products on slimegreenbeats.com. We got the Melody Loops pack. We got Wonderland Melody Loops pack. We got this Mega Melody Loops pack. We got the How to Make Beats book. And we also have the How to Mix Beats book. Available at slimegreenbeats.com. Check them out. And then I think Wonderland's my favorite personally. I think it has the most interesting melodies. And then also I think it has the best cover. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Slime Green Beats. Peace out.